their lives. But it's also an evening in which we get to celebrate ourselves, because we also support the organization, and the work that the 140 core members do every day is something that we support in various ways. Thank you very much for your financial support this evening, but also the volunteer work that you would do in general. Comes to coming out for Servathon and other events, and I want to specifically thank alumni who have gone through City Year and have stayed connected to City Year since graduation. This evening wouldn't have been possible without the hard work of the alumni board, and I just want to take a moment to acknowledge those individuals. If I could have Chad, Amy, Lakshmi, April, Christine, Name, James, Christina, and Erica raise your hands, and if everybody could just give them a round of applause. And also, I just wanted to say you also should give yourselves a round of applause for coming out again and supporting City Year and making this organization what it is in terms of the beloved community. And what I want to do now is actually turn it over to the Vice President and Dean of City Year, Charlie Rose. And for those of you who don't know Charlie, he has been with City Year since its founding days. He's also the guiding light for City Year, the organization, and he has been here for all, I'm sure every single core that's walked through the doors here has had a chance to meet Charlie Rose, and all the core members and alumni here in the room know Charlie, so he doesn't need any further intro.
Thanks so much, Mary. I wanted to congratulate the City Year Boston Alumni Board and thank you for making my day to walk into this space and to hear four guys in tuxedos play this beautiful music. Let's hear it from the four guys in tuxedos. And those of you that are good at math, if you counted, you saw only 3 of them. There are actually 30 of them. There are 30 different musicians that make up the four guys in tuxedos. So sometimes they come with an 8-piece band, sometimes they come with different size members, but they're always in tuxedos. And they're fantastic musicians, so thank you. And they are actually an auction item tonight. If you would like to bid on having four guys in tuxedos come to your event, and I met 2 people tonight whose weddings are this summer. Christine McManus is getting married, and her friend Christine is also getting married. So you might need a band for your wedding. So you might want to bid on that, because tonight is the time. I want to welcome everybody to the Levine Civic Forum. We have City Year core members and alumni and friends from all different years, dating back to the early 90s, and folks from last year's core. This space is, yes, a City Year space, but it's also a civic space where different organizations and leaders from all over the greater Boston area use this space. In the last 2 weeks, we've had over 1,000 people in this space doing different workshops on weekends and evenings, constantly use space. So welcome to the Civic Forum. I am so impressed with the power of the Alumni Network. Raise your hand if you're a City Year alum. I'm looking at the 3 guys in tuxedos. They're not raising their hands. Welcome back. This is the house that you built. All of you alumni, this is the house that you built. We own this building. And it's because of your diligence, your hard work, your belief in City Year that we were able to get this space. And open to the public and open to all kinds of groups that want to use it. So I want to thank you for founding this place. She called me a founder and the guiding light. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm like unemployable anywhere else. That's why I'm still here. Let's face it. What impresses me, if you scratch on anything that's really working, there are City Year alumni involved in it. If you look at Citizen started by a City Year alum, if you look at Jumpstart, if you look at Youth Build, if you look at the Boston Teacher Residency, if you look at kinds of nonprofits and corporate organizations, City Year members, City Year alums are part of those efforts. Political campaigns, City Year alums are part of those efforts. Be the change. I could go on and on. You get the point. I want to ask you guys, tonight's a fundraiser. We're trying to raise money for the City Year alums. So I want to impress on you to bid on some of the items here. And given the turnout tonight, it's going to be tough competition. So I want to urge you to bid on some of the items. I want to highlight a couple of them for you. We have sets of Red Sox tickets. We have, and incredible seats, we have championship tickets to the Deutsche Bank Golf Championship. We have the Institute of Contemporary Art gift passes. We have C2U sushi making class. Raise your hand if you know how to make sushi. Okay, you really do? Are you serious?
Yeah. They already took the class.
You already took the class.
I took a class in college.
Took a class in college. Okay, so you don't need to bid on that, but everybody else in the room needs to bid on that sushi thing. There's a pool party for 30 people at Big City Pool Hall. There's the John Papelbon signed baseball, which is worth more yesterday than today. He gave up a home run to Curtis Granderson in the 10th inning, so it's not worth as much as it was yesterday. Although we still love Papelbon. There's a $100 gift certificate to Mistral, which is a block away from here, one of the finest restaurants in the city. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for your belief in City Year. I believe that, you guys were in the very beginning of this thing. We're 21 years into it. When you're my age, when City Year alumni are in their 50s, City Year will be all over the world. I'm traveling to London on Sunday to meet up with a group of City Year alums that is starting City Year London. It's right near England. It's our second international site. It's our third continent. When 10 Marquis is my age, we're going to be in 5 or 6 continents. And for my money, you only need to be in 5 or 6 continents. No offense to anybody from Antarctica. I say that because we had a dream 21 years ago, and we got 50 people, less than the amount of people in this room to believe in it, to do it. And now where it's come. And our goal, you guys, is to change the world. We say, give a year, change the world. What we're trying to do now, over the next decade, is cut the dropout rate in all the cities we're in by 50%. Because if young people do not finish high school, they're 8 times more likely to be incarcerated. They have a much lower chance of getting a job in this economy. And so we're trying to change the dropout rate in the cities we're in. And that's Detroit, New York, Chicago, LA, Miami, some of the hardest, toughest cities in the country. What we know is that 12% of the high schools create 50% of the dropouts. And we're working in the schools that feed into those. So that's what we're doing now. We need your help. I am so gratified to see alumni from all through the 90s and all through the 2000s. So thank you for coming. I don't know who I'm turning this over to, but I'm going to turn it back to Mary Ward. Once again, thank you.
We're going to start to sell raffle tickets. So April, who is in the beautiful aqua shirt there, is going to be walking around the room. So if everybody pony on up $5, $10, $20 for some really great raffle items. And please, again, go over to the auction item table, and in about half an hour or so, maybe 20 minutes or so, we'll do the the raffle item poll. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.